am going to show you how to prepare catfish stew. In the island, we call it Bacalao Guisao. And this is a very simple dish to prepare. Just have your fish ready. I use the unsalted variety because I'm going to add salt and pepper. And right now I have the salt and pepper combined in this little container. Put it in one side, turn it around, and add in the other side. Make sure this fish is not frozen. If it was frozen, make sure that it's not frozen anymore. See how simple it was? Let's go to the next step. First, make sure your pot is very hot before you add the oil. I use extra virgin olive oil. And you don't have to use a whole lot. Just have to make sure you use some oil. I have some sofrito that pre-prepared, but you can substitute this with other spices, which I'm going to explain later in the descriptions. Tomato sauce. I prefer to use real tomatoes, like grated tomatoes, but you can use the tomato can type. It's just that like that natural flavor from the actual tomatoes. The thing about the sofrito is that my sofrito already have garlic and cilantro and oregano. Now this is the paprika I added to there. That's also going to add a little bit of that natural flavor. And see how beautiful it looks. You have to mix it up. Heat still on high because you want those juices and those aromas to mix and create the base that you need for this meal. My goodness, it smells so delicious. Look at that. Now you lower the heat to medium high, and it's time to add the catfish, and add the cut it into 3 pieces. And after about 2, maybe 3 minutes, it's going to start dissolving. But if it doesn't, you give it a little help by hitting it a little bit with the wooden spoon. Add your onions. Let it cook for about maybe 2 minutes like that, so the juice uncover, so the juices start flowing. Make sure you add your saffron if you have some. That's my personal touch. In Puerto Rico, we don't use the saffron for this, but I like to add it. Mine is roasted, and I have a link in the description to show you how to roast and do other things with your saffron. It's a truly magical spice. 1 cup of water. Perfect scenario would have been fish broth, but I wanted to show people that I also do cook with water. See, the heat was still in medium high, and you mix things up a little bit so the flavors get mixed. You see me tapping the fish so it dissolve a little bit more, and just let it cook. Give it a little taste to see if it's to your flavor. Mine is not, so I'm going to add a general amount of salt. I personally prefer fine sea salt for this kind of stew. This is one in particular. Once again, I was a little bit generous because I want it tasty. Start to boil a little bit, so I decided to add some cilantro, natural way. I want the flavor, the aromas. I want to smell, to have the senses. So I mix it up a little bit again because I don't want things to stick at the bottom, and I want the flavors to mix. And I'll cover it and let it cook for about maybe 3 or 4 minutes. Lift it up, take the cover up, mix it up a little bit, and making sure that the things are mix perfectly. Turn the heat off and cover up for a couple minutes. And that's it. And these things looks fantastic. I decided to cook some white rice and have some avocados and maybe a couple lettuce or greens. I will have another video that will show you how to make the perfect white rice in a very simple way.